Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Batarang.
Batarang who?
I batarang 5 times. Is your doorbell broken?
Thank you.
It's the greatest DC comic show on YouTube, or at least we say. It's Fanboys Live in the Retro Review. Welcome to another Sunday. And hopefully everyone has gone in full share mode and they've turned back time today. And here we are. I tell you, about an hour ago, I was like, it's time to do the show. But here we are. Welcome to it. So
I'm just glad that my iPhone just does time, just automatically does it. And I actually have a clock radio in our bedroom that does it automatically, because otherwise...
Oh, that's nice.
Forget it.
Yeah, I did the car one today. That's always the most challenging one.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. Excellent. And how was Halloween?
It was good. Yeah, how about for you?
Up? Oh God. Well, it was really fun, actually. We dressed up our cat.
Okay.
And she put up with it. So it was good.
What did the cat go as, a dog?
Well, we had my front yard decorations. I have a theme every year. I'm always go with skeletons. And so this year's theme was Boneyard Beach Party. So I had gotten a bunch of Hawaiian leis and stuff. So we wrapped a lei around the cat's neck, and she was
nice.
Not to strangle her, but so she could be in the spirit. So it was a lot of fun. And as usual, I completely misjudged how much candy to buy. But it was a bank error in my favor. So I have bags of candy left over.
I did go and buy some yesterday. And those cheapo stores, like the big box stores, 25% off. No, 50% off. It's over.
Yeah.
Thank you, Walgreens, for still sticking with 50%. So I went to the Walgreens I bought $20 worth of half off candy, and it didn't feel like I got that much.
I didn't get a discount on anything because I was late to the party, and I was like, oh God, we got it. It's the amount, I can't even, it's like, I might as well just be in a sugar coma rather than think about how much money I spent on candy.
So for dressing up, I went as a piggy bank.
Okay.
I had pig ears. I had a pink shirt that had a slot on it. So I was a piggy bank.
Nice.
And my piggy bank's name was Kevin Bacon.
Classic.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. I imagine Signature King is in the process of rating his princess's Halloween candy right now, which is why he hasn't joined us, but he'll be with us soon.
Well, yeah, didn't he talk about having the dad tax? It's like, if I take you out, you gotta
dad tax it. Yeah,
give me we have a lot of kids in our neighborhood and stuff, so we had we didn't have as many as I thought, but we had a lot of trick-or-treaters. But my favorite costume was a family, mom, dad, kid, and they came as a car wash.
Oh, that's interesting.
How do you say? How did they do that? Well, the mom had like little sponges all over her. The kid had a little car that he had on his shoulder, and the dad was wearing one of those red blow up guys that does this.
Oh yeah. Nice. Well, that's creative.
They won the award for best costume at our house. So
that's cool. Did you see any superheroes?
No, actually I didn't. I saw a few Darth Vaders, which I'm always thrilled with, but actually no. There wasn't a single Superman, Supergirl, super anybody.
You would think that Superman would have been after the summer of Superman. That would have been a big, or Fantastic Four. One of those would have been real big for Halloween this year.
A big one. A lot of princesses, and a couple, some Darth Vaders and some aliens, like kids who had like completely covered in like alien things with the gloves that have the long fingers on it. So it was really funny to watch them try and grab candy.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I would help them because I wanted to watch and laugh at them, but that's just me.
Well, let's say hello to some of the folks that are joining us in the live chat. If you're watching on the rewind, thank you so much for being here tonight. But our first in the live chat, Muabunga to White Tiger Cool, Calm, Collected, who could take the Tiger Cub. I wonder if he took the Tiger Cub out for Halloween.
He's got to have. Yeah, what did you guys go as?
Yeah, and we want to know that. So Gordon is here, and we're in the process of... Gordon requested a retro review that I'm in the process of trying to schedule for later this month that is Kryptonian in nature.
Wonderful. Well,
so
can't go wrong with Kryptonian.
Yeah, I'm in the process of working on that right now. John's Comics with Friends is here, saying hi to everyone, and thank you so much. Yeah, and it looks like I've maintained, so... Party is being planned, I promise, with giveaways and something on the wall. So it's all being planned.
I've only wanted something behind you for as long as I've known you. But
you know, people are going to be so embarrassed when I reveal something. And I'll reveal it when I put something on the wall. People think there's nothing on this wall. And you're kind of wrong.
Oh, okay.
So
just where you happen to be sitting, there's nothing.
No, there's something visible. Well, sort of. I'll explain more later.
Yeah, okay. All right. Plan your little party, and we'll just...
I'm going to plan my little party, do my little thing. So while we're waiting for Tony to bounce in, we'll talk about some of the DC Comics news that is going on. So one of the big events at DC right now is DC KO, the Scott Snyder event. And they have just announced that DC KO is going to be getting a second printing coming up later on this month. So DC KO #1 is going back to the press. Also, the Justice League, the Omega X special, which is kind of a prologue to the DC KO, that's getting a second printing. Teen Titans 28, which is a tie-in, is also getting a second printing. Those are coming yet this month. Are you following this event at all?
I'm done. I have no idea. Like, you mean Zack Snyder they let him do something officially?
No, this is Scott Snyder.
Scott Snyder. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. What does KO mean?
It's like the knockout.
Okay.
Like the battles. So Okay. So second printings are coming. I also did see, it's not KO related, but Wonder Woman 25 sold so well that is going to be getting a second printing as well coming up this month. So It's good that the books are selling well enough to go into second printings. That's good news, I think.
Well, I was just going to say, any good news of floppies, as they say, flying off the shelves is a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I also saw another good friend of ours pop in here too, Kenneth Bird. Hi, how are you doing?
Hello.
Hope you're doing well. So I have been talking in the past, and last week Tony and I talked more in details on the results of the Heritage auction that they had for some of the costumes worn by the cast of Batman, and then they had other pop culture outfits as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a Wonder Woman costume, and we didn't have the specific price for it last week. I have the specific price for it now. Linda Carter's screen-worn Wonder Woman costume, one of 6, ended up going for $225,000, including the bracelet and the lasso.
Didn't you guess when this topic came up? I somehow remember you having spewing out the number 300,000. Like, someone just lent you $300,000. You knew what to do with it.
Yeah, I needed a little padding, and that buyer's premium,
right.
Have to take care of that too. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So do those things, do you think, end up in just literally private collections, or are they...
I do.
Okay.
I really do. I think that they do.
Wow.
So yeah, like I said, with the Linda Carter case, there's 6 costumes that she actually worn. And it's easy to tell if they're season 1 because the costume changed from season 1 to season 2. And season 2 and 3 were the same costume. Yeah. But the season 1s are easier to tell. This was a season 2 or 3 costume, one of the others, which is the one I like a little bit better anyway. So,
cool.
Yeah, you're right. You can get a condo in a nice area for that price.
Absolutely.
So I promise whoever bought it for me for Christmas, I will be very shocked and act very surprised. And I will give you the reaction that is worth $225,000.
There you go.
I promise.
Sheesh.
So speaking of, since we talked about what was at Heritage, how about what's coming to Heritage?
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
What is it?
It's impressive enough to say that it's a Superman #1. I mean, that's impressive enough, right?
Yeah.
But are you ready for this?
Huh?
The highest graded ever copy of Superman #1.
Wow.
It is. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, is it the Fantastic Collection? Is it the guy who did the movie looking for selling Superman? Because I know he had one.
Are those the people that found it in the attic in like North Carolina?
No.
Okay, these are the people that found it in an attic in North Carolina.
Oh my God.
And it is a 9.0.
Oh my goodness. Seriously.
So that is coming up for auction later this month. It probably will sell for they're predicting it probably will sell for the highest amount of money that any comic book has sold so far.
Even higher than an Action 1, just because of the
probably because it's high grade.
Wow.
A 9.0, can you believe that?
It's insane.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, that the selling Superman guy just went like, oh, great.
Yeah.
So what's the backstory? So Gordon says it was found in a house, just like new owners or something. Oh, they forgot to move it, or
I'm not sure about that. I just was reading the notes though, that it was tucked away in an attic of a family home.
Oh.
I mean,
one in a gazillion shot.
Yeah.
I did see somewhere on the internets that, and I don't know if it's true, but that Heritage is also going to have coming up the original pencil drawings, excuse me, for the Superman cover that Neil Adams did, the Kryptonite Nevermore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you've got another $600,000, $700,000, $800,000,
wow,
you could probably, do that too.
Yeah. I mean, as you know, he didn't like that cover.
I know.
I mean, everyone else in the world, including myself, loves that cover.
You know what I think makes the cover is actually the color. I think
you're right.
The color job on it, because I think his perspective was like, they needed something fast. I had no time. All right, fine, just dash it off. And then they had to move the character's leg in order to fit Nevermore in there. So he was never thrilled with that.
That's the whole main thing why he doesn't like it. So
yeah, but I think what really saves it is the color scheme and the color design on that thing. That orange background just makes it,
Yeah, you're right. It does.
Yeah.
But,
and a good way to kick off Superman's Bronze Age. So,
absolutely.
Which they didn't know, I guess, at the time, but nonetheless, they had made a big deal coming up, the months coming up to that issue, which was January of 1971, I think, where it's like brand new things are happening at DC Comics. So it was a great way to announce it, on the spinner racks.
Yeah. And since we're talking Bronze Age, a few months ago, we finally got the details that Batman's getting his first ever Bronze Age omnibus. Now we have some details about it. I mean, it's still a ways off. It's not coming until July of next year, but that is our cover.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And the details are, it is Detective Comics 395, the main story in the cover, then collects Batman 217 through 244, Detective Comics 393 through 426, Limited Collector's Edition C51, and the Saga of Ra's al Ghul 1 through 4, July 28th of 2026.
Sweet.
I think I'm going to get that.
I think I might too, because I ended up selling off my Detective Comics collection, except for the covers that Neil Adams did, because I'm trying to wean things down a little bit. But I really like the stories, and so that would be a fun one to have.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Now, you mentioned that that C41, the Treasury special, are you aware of them making any plans to make a facsimile of that in Treasury size? Because it's on the back of that.
Is there another diorama?
There's a diorama. Which
gee,
I'd love to make.
I haven't heard of that, but
yeah, okay.
That would be pretty awesome. So oh, hey, Matthew Poe has popped in. Hey, Matthew, how you doing? I'm going to show in our book show portion tonight some odd Wonder Woman villains. So tonight, Shabab, did you have any other latest news or anything? Because I don't. That kind of covers everything.
I had just heard somewheres that Patty Jenkins was being rumored to perhaps direct the next iteration of a Wonder Woman movie.
Oh, interesting.
But she kind of shot it down and said, I'm kind of doing other things. Never say never. But basically it's like, what are you, nuts? Which I think, I think it would be weird. But on the other hand, who knows?
At the same time, too, they say she's going to do the third movie. I mean, they kind of Henry Cavilled her. They say you're going to do the third movie. Then they took it away. And now they're saying, oh, maybe you are. I mean, a little of that goes a long way.
Yeah, I got to say. Well, Gordon's wondering where Tony is.
Gordon has a question. We are wondering with breath that is baited.
Oh, look who's here. Hey!
I made it. It only took me 45 minutes to go 4 miles.
Oh, you can't get there.
What is wrong?
Construction. I don't know why.
We kind of said that you were rating your daughter's Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that every day. That's built into my daily budget.
Okay.
Routine.
All right. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah. Hi, Tony. How are you?
Hello. I'm alive.
I noticed that when you popped in.
Well, I'm a little mad at him.
Me? Oh yeah. Listen, nobody is more surprised that the Vikings beat the Lions than me.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the game. I did, well, not 1 second. I checked it when the game was over. Oh my God, we won?
Yeah. Yeah, well, the Lions were asleep, and the Vikings were awesome. And I got to say, I'm not that upset about it. I mean, I didn't enjoy it, but it was a University of Michigan festival because Tom Brady was calling the game, former Wolverine. Aiden Hutchinson.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was calling the game, and Aiden Hutchinson is our star defensive guy, also a Wolverine, playing against his former teammate, J.J. McCarthy, who's the quarterback for the Vikings. So, and he got I think, a very warm welcome in Detroit because people in Michigan love him. So I was happy for JJ, and hopefully the Lions will wake up for next week.
Yeah.
So enough sports talk. I know Ryan's like, are you too, Jessica?
Is it time for the Hooper game? Is it time for the Bad Bunny to come out? Signature King, did you have any more news?
Did we talk about Netflix?
No.
Oh, Netflix putting in a bid to purchase DC Warner Brothers Studios.
That's right.
Would be bad news.
Okay.
Someone pointed it out online that Netflix does not allow any of their stuff to go to movies, to theaters, ever. So I don't know how that would work.
Wow.
So I don't know. You can't put your DC comics in movies because they don't. That's just something they don't do.
Yeah, they're the competition to a theater.
Yeah, they're Netflix. Yeah, of course they're not let anything go into theaters. So Or maybe this is them coming into the theater market and they need a property like Warner Brothers to. But then again, maybe it's just Netflix as the parent company. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you do you over here.
You. Yeah.
You're still Warner Studios. You're still putting on movies, but we own you. You're just a profit cow for us.
And if you win Oscars, then Netflix wins Oscars.
Yeah, Netflix wins Oscars.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But there's always talks about James Gunn leaving, and Peter Safran did say if he buys Netflix, like guaranteed, he's out of a job. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
And it's sad because we just got this DC ball rolling. We're already seeing the end, possibly. It's the Snyderverse all over again.
I did hear that Blue Beetle's coming to Netflix this month.
The animated series or the
movie. The movie. Okay. So, which I haven't seen yet, so might give me a chance to check it out.
It's weird. It's because it doesn't necessarily fit in Snyderverse. Doesn't fit in the Gunverse. I don't know where they're gonna put it, but I don't know. James Gunn said that it's his, but there's aspects of a Snyderverse. There's all kinds of references back to the Snyderverse.
Well, who knows? Maybe if Netflix gets them, we would end up getting the Batgirl movie completed.
Well, it's not that it's incomplete. It's done.
It's just bad.
There's plenty of other bad things on Netflix.
Well, oh, yeah, of course. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They could start a whole series of horrendous theater presented by
Netflix. Yep. Anything else news-wise, Signature King?
That was the big one.
Okay.
Nothing really that exciting that I can think of. Thinking about attending Philly Fan Expo, which is the sister convention to C2E2. It's all run by the same.
Is that yet this year?
No, that's in the spring. But they're already starting to line some people up, so I'm pretty excited.
Cool. Very nice.
For $1,000, you can meet all the hobbits from Lord of the Rings.
Wow, $1,000.
I mean, I like Lord of the Rings too, but like
not that much.
Yeah, not $1,000 worth.
Not $1,000 to meet middle-aged men.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I met this cast of Starship Troopers, and it cost me like $200. I met all of them, and got them to sign stuff. So it's a much better deal.
Yeah,
inflation, I guess.
Yep, it's that darn inflation. Well, as we, if you don't mind pulling up an assist, you picked out our theme for tonight. So tell us about what you picked out, and and you can pull up the assist, and we'll get started with the retro review.
So I was gonna go one way with the stories I picked, but I had to pivot because I didn't think there was enough content there. That, and I feel like we were just gonna have a field day with it and giggling like a bunch of 4-year-olds. So I don't know how productive we were gonna be.
Okay.
So I decided.
How productive are we?
Yeah, well, that's true. So I went with obscure villains because there's some gnarly ones out there that, you know, we're scraping the absolute bottom of the barrel for these villains, and they're pretty wild. But who wants to go first? I don't know whose story is whose. I mean, I know what my story is.
I mean, if we go chronologically, your story's up first.
Chronologically? Okay, yeah, I'll pull up mine. No problem. So this is the one I feel like is the funniest.
Okay.
Let me pull it up here.
I didn't even know of this book that you picked out. I knew of like 2 characters that are in here, with Harbinger, who I recognize from Crisis on Infinite Earths, there on the cover. I was like, okay, I know her. And I'm like, what the heck did he get us?
Yeah. So this is the original story I wanted to do, but all the obscure funny people are like in the first 2 issues. So we just had a giggle fest in the first 2 issues. So in my opinion, this is the strongest of the 2 stories. So New Guardians, number 2, Jungle Snow. And remember, I don't know if this is like a play on words, but there's a reason it's called Jungle Snow. So we start here where they're already in the jungle and they're getting ready to face off with the big bad of the story. And yeah, his name is Snowflame. Have you guys ever heard of Snowflame?
That would be a big fat no.
Right.
Get ready. So get ready. So let me tell you about Snowflame. So here they're meeting Snowflame. They're on this mission, you know, obviously to save the world. So this is like a ragtag group of heroes here. They're cutting through the the jungle and they come across Snowflame. So Snowflame is supposed to be a drug awareness character. Here he says, I am Snowflame. Every cell of my being burns with white hot ecstasy. Cocaine is my god. And I am a human instrument of its will. Oh, so I think Shebab missed that. Okay, so Shebab, this is Snowflame. This is Snowflame, and they're getting ready to fight Snowflame, the big bad villain. And he says, I am Snowflame. Every cell of my being burns with the white hot ecstasy. Cocaine is my god. And I am the human instrument of its will.
How in the world did Nancy Reagan allow this to get published?
So this is an anti-drug character because he's addicted to cocaine. And so when he ingests cocaine, he gets superhuman strength, superhuman everything. He can't fly, but he can run faster. He can hit harder. He's harder to bring down. Yes, this is a real published DC character. And guess who the creator was?
Robert
Joe
Cannon.
Stanton.
Oh,
Joe Stanton.
Oh, I like Joe.
I like Joe too. That's what I was even more confused. Like, I just met Joe. Had I known this character's here, I would have been like, yo, Joe, like, explain this to me. Yeah. So they're trying to fight Snowflame, and he does a huge line of cocaine in the previous story. I mean, like a superhuman line of cocaine. And they're getting ready to fight him, and then Ram takes the first punch, but this must be some kind of crazy amount of cocaine or some, like I said, superhuman cocaine. And punches are just bouncing off of this guy. So he's introduced in another story, but here he is in this frame right here. Do you see this character? He's got the black hair, purplish robe.
Yes.
I can't even pronounce his name. It's like Cemento or something. He is a gay Peruvian magician who has contracted AIDS through the other villain of the story called Hemo Goblin, who is a vampire who bites its enemies, giving them HIV.
Oh my god. This
completely
you are making
true.
This up.
I wish I was making you would need cocaine to make this story up. Look it up. Hemo Goblin is in the other issue. He's in a couple issues ago, but he bit this guy, this gay Peruvian magician, giving him AIDS.
From Hemo Goblin.
Hemo Goblin. Play on the word.
I'm writing this down. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not frozen. I'm just in shock.
No, you had the same reaction that I did when I found this out. So they're on the way to this big evil base in the middle of the jungle where Hemo Goblin is. Remember, the gay Peruvian magician is trying to find the vampire who bit him and gave him AIDS.
I'll get that guy. Get that guy.
So it makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, it's worth it. Look up Hemo Goblin and this guy. I can't pronounce his name. It's something in Spanish. I'm really bad at Spanish. It looks like Excamento or something. Who, by the way, is still around. He appeared in the Rebirth launch, Midnighter and Apollo. Where that's a whole nother tangent we can go off of, but we'll save that for another day. But so we're having this big cocaine-fueled fight in the middle of the Amazon jungle between our cocaine-powered superhero and a cyborg who is doing a pretty good job of getting beat up. But as he gets weaker, right? So this character, as he gets weaker, he takes more cocaine. He ingests more cocaine. And he's fighting off this, wannabe Justice League group all by himself with nothing but cocaine. So finally his reinforcements come and he tells them to open fire and they kill everybody. Or so you think. So here we have Excamento, and he's pretending to be dead. And all of them are kind of, here we go. Here we have our first reference the hemogoblin. Where is my mouse? Right here. Oh, here we go. Right here, right in this panel here. The hemogoblin, as you call him, could have picked up this virus from any one of his other victims. So here they're implying that the vampire that gives people AIDS got
wasn't
the
his
AIDS
fault.
Yeah. So they're talking about him in this panel, and they're talking about like, vampires. They live for centuries, and as long as they keep ingesting blood, Immortal Biggie Shack knows exactly what we're talking about. New Guardians, absolutely right. And they're talking about like, hey, what's going to happen? So this vampire has AIDS, but he's supposed to like bite people to like stay alive. So he's literally just spreading AIDS. This vampire is spreading AIDS.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
And they're testing themselves, and they're all coming up negative, but they know that this guy has already been tested positive. Excremento, I think. Excento. I'm not sure who he is.
I like excremento. That sounds perfect.
and remember, this comes at a time where I wasn't around for this part, but the AIDS, and everyone was kind of worried about it. They didn't really know a whole lot. I remember seeing an episode of, I forget what it was, like Step by Step or something on Friday night on TJF.
That would be a very special episode.
I was just going to say a very special Blossom is going to show.
Yes.
You.
And they were talking about, they were worried about some kid couldn't go to school because he had AIDS and didn't want the other kids to go get AIDS. You can't put that in a comic. Well, guess what? They did.
Oh my God.
And here they have the little like, oh yeah, by the way, this is human immune deficiency virus. So they had to explain it to people because, HIV was really well known back then. So talking about like doing bone marrow transplant. I mean, nowadays we see it as kind of silly. Like, dude, a bone marrow transplant is not going to help you get rid of AIDS. But they don't know that back then.
They don't know that.
Grabbing at straws here. They're trying to figure out like, how do we cure this? Or like maybe we can inject ourselves with like another virus. And it's not working. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's not a good idea because you could just do more damage. And the doctor says we have more bad news. Any woman who carries the virus does run a strong risk of passing it on to any future children. How scary. That part they did get right, but so they leave the hospital, and Ram is saying like, he did this to us. He sent the hemogoblin. So this is a big AIDS awareness comic book that ages very poorly.
Where's the cocaine head? Where is he?
So he's still running around the jungle. So they're talking about, going to the airport. Like, do we just hang out with other people? Like, does this disrupt our travel plans? Can the CIA help us? So they're getting nowhere. They're not finding a cure for AIDS in this comic book. And they're talking about ministers of foreign countries. There's another panel here that I thought was pretty funny here. So they're actually on their way to South Africa to continue to track down this Snowflame, the cocaine-fueled bad guy. Is he a bad guy at that point? Or is he just some dude on cocaine?
Is he just really interesting?
he's just a guy on cocaine at this point. But yeah, so they're trying to get CIA access. And Excento is talking about his time, in his homeland of Peru. Yeah. So in this story, I forgot to mention Floronic Man, which we just talked about last week in the Swamp Thing, or was it 2 weeks ago? I don't recall. But anyway, he's in here too, and he's like, oh yeah, he's giving people like little, the more you know stuff, and he's talking about the coca leaf comes from here, and it's when you eat it, you get high and whatever. So that's Floronic Man, not really helping the battle, just telling people about coca leaves,
imparting information.
And just random information. So here we have a flashback of the gun battle, and they're quote unquote burying the dead people, and it turns out clearly they're not dead, so they end up burying the bad guys alive. But yes, we must continue on our journey to track down the Snowflame. Again, the cocaine-powered supervillain. It's just silly to say the cocaine-powered supervillain. Isn't that every cocaine user turns into
a supervillain?
But they're not feeling good about it because they know, like, we got to kill this guy. Like, there's no way Hemogoblin can live. And here we are. Here's Snowflame hanging out with some ladies, doing cocaine. Or the
like you do,
like one does,
as one does,
yeah.
In the jungles of the Amazon.
Yeah.
And here we
go. Look at him.
This is Snowflame, the cocaine-powered supervillain. They're telling him just give up.
White powder coming out of his nose.
Look at this.
Oh my God.
Look at this. See, I tell you, he gets weak. He grabs 2 fistfuls of cocaine. Best panel in the whole book.
Stop him before he ignites.
But like, he grabs 2, like you see in the panel on the left, he grabs 1 with his left hand. He's got more cocaine, and he just like awesome. So it's too late. He ignites.
Look how happy
May this fire burn everlasting. Now I am a true god.
Oh.
And then they have this major fight. There's guns. There's gay Peruvian AIDS wizards fighting cocaine-powered superheroes. It almost seems like they did copious amounts of drugs to make this story. But
oh Lord,
this big battle ensues. There's even the people who are randomly attending the party get involved. I cannot remember this superhero's name, but she has, I assume, to be some kind of Jamaican accent. She says, "All the coke has left them crazed. They feel no pain." I don't know if this is some sort of magical cocaine.
Oh my God.
Or not, but
how offensive can you be?
Yeah.
Like, oh God.
So they're having this big cocaine-fueled fight. So Snowflame is able to somehow ignite himself with his cocaine. And they're getting ready to finish this battle. This story's so stupid. Like, I'm reading this on the way here, just like going through it again, and like every 5 minutes I just start laughing. Like,
no wonder he was late.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, it's so dumb. Yeah, it's so dumb.
Oh,
what's the acid trip? Yeah, right.
Oh. It's not funny. It's very serious.
It's a very serious anti-drug. It's supposed to be an anti-drug story, but I don't know how this is an anti-drug
I don't
story.
see how this makes it look like it's way too much fun.
This is telling me that if I ingest a ton of cocaine, I'm going to be able to fight almost everybody. And lots of chicks in your. So Excito is I don't even know how to say his name. Is he's worried about Floronic Man being able to, because one of his powers is he can absorb different chemicals. He's going to try to absorb the cocaine right out of Snowflame's skin, right? So that's exactly what they try to do. They try to absorb the cocaine out of his skin, but it's too much. And they're worried about him overdosing. So have this, end up tossing around in the pool, but Snowflame almost drowns, but he gets back up. Thanks to what? The power of cocaine. So he's back at it for a third time.
Oh my God.
Fighting Ram on this cocaine binge. And there's a chemical shed out back, and it explodes with chemicals, tossing everyone everywhere. And it is assumed that Snowflame was killed thanks to the blast, but they're not sure where he went. So if they break off people going to look for this cocaine user. And once he dies, everyone allegedly dies because he doesn't, you actually see him again not long, not recently, like 2010, 2012. He came back.
Oh, God.
And he was still on a monster cocaine binge. But anyway, so everyone's kind of snapping out of it. And they said, oh, my gosh, we were under this like cocaine hypnosis. Now that he's gone, like we have free will again. But they're still tracking down Hemogoblin. And he is, I wish I knew how to pronounce this guy's name, but the gay Peruvian
magician. Yeah.
Just it's like they were whipped out a diversity box and we're just like, because back then, DEI didn't exist, so they're trying. I give them points for trying. You know what I mean? They're trying to hit a couple of diversity box, like magician, check. Nationality, we don't have any Peruvians, check.
Better make him gay.
Better make him gay, check. Oh, and he's got an incurable immune disease that's eventually going to kill him. Check.
It's almost like someone got out of rehab and I was like, you know what, to atone for all that I've done, I'm going to make a comic book that is a cautionary tale.
So yeah, he's waiting for Snowflame to come back, and here we have our big Batman teaser for the next episodes.
Oh my God.
That wraps up that cocaine fueled issue.
I don't know how I need Ryan, we're never going to be able to top that.
Yeah.
Say no to drugs, please. And secondly, it wasn't planned. We have a forced book show right now. The Teen Titans Drug Awareness.
Oh.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Issue 1 and issue 2. Nancy Reagan approved.
Oh.
Don't do drugs.
No. Just say no.
Is Snowflame in those?
No.
Oh, okay. But that was my awesome.
Normally I like to save questions until the end after we've reviewed all 3. But since
I assume you have one, yeah.
Yes.
What?
Why did you buy this, or how did you become aware of this?
Yeah.
I was looking because I always am interested in like obscure characters. I don't know why they fascinate me so much. I was coming across a list of obscure villains, and it said Snowflame, like #1 most obscure villain. I was like, I never heard of Snowflame, so I looked him up in my DC Comics encyclopedia.
Was he in there?
It said he was in there, and it was listed as a super villain who gets his superhuman strength through the power of cocaine, and had to do like a like. What did that say? Like, did that say we got to talk about this guy. We have to.
Oh my God.
Which led me down a bigger rabbit hole, which is how I found the rest of the villains that we're going to talk about today. So,
oh my
meow. To the
Mr.
Jackson
Roy Kirk, you missed the cocaine-powered supervillain.
So, Jackson, let me recap for you. The villain gets jacked up on cocaine and starts cutting out dioramas off the back of a comic book. That's the basis of the story.
I don't know where they get that.
Exactly. Fiction, obviously.
She does it sober.
Well, that's why the cocaine, that's the fiction part. So she can't sue.
God.
But yeah, that was an interesting story. And then it led me to read the story. And that's how I learned about the other 2 people, the Hemogoblin and the magician, the Peruvian magician who has AIDS and
Excremento or whatever.
Excremento, yeah, the gay Peruvian magician with AIDS. I was like, what? And I mean, it makes sense because obviously it comes from a different time. It was treated completely different.
Oh,
this story aged poorly.
What issue is this? This is the
2.
New Guardians #2.
#2. You know what?
I did look up to see how many issues this series might have lasted after that one. And it lasted 12 issues.
12.
Oh, God.
Looking for that vampire that's spreading AIDS.
The Hemogoblin. Like, where is that hemogoblin?
And then it got me thinking, like, he's a vampire who spreads AIDS. Like, is it gonna kill him? But he's a vampire, so he lives forever. I don't know.
Oh, I was gonna say it's like from like the late '80s. Is that when this is from? It's like that.
Yeah.
Again, you know, who spreads AIDS? The most terrifying venal people in the world, right? It's like, okay, yeah. No, but all right.
Yeah, what a wild ride!
Book. I'm finding that book. That I have to have it. I have to have that.
I did like double take after double take after double take. Like, am I reading this correctly? This cocaine-powered supervillain is protecting the AIDS-spreading vampire from the gay Peruvian magician.
Sounds like you might need issue 1 to go with it too. Shabab.
You know what? I think so. I think
look for a lot.
I want the entire I want the entire over.
It was a read.
Can't imagine why that hasn't come out as a facsimile.
What would be the color of the omnibus? Like if it was a collected edition, like who was on the front? The double.
Yeah. That's what it would be.
But what makes it even more interesting is all of these characters are still in DC continuity today. They didn't say, "Oh man, you know what? This character crossed a line. Let's just bury him." You know what I mean? Nope, he's still around.
Well, you just never know when the right story.
When you might need that.
When you need a gay Peruvian magician hobbled by AIDS
to fight a cocaine-powered supervillain.
Oh God! Well, you know, I do have the original DC anti-drug issues, the Green Arrow, Green Lantern ones, the Teddy O'Neill, and
didn't those come out? Those came out before that.
Yeah, in the 70s.
That was a good 70s. Anti-drug story. That was a great anti-drug story.
Right. Oh my God.
And then they turned the ship around and went the other direction. We got to do a pro-drug story.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, maybe just to be fair.
Maybe cocaine addicts will buy our comics if we make them look heroic.
If they're pretty good about doing anything to get their next fix, they can do anything to get the next issue. So maybe that's what they think.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
That was but yeah, I had
Thank you, Tony.
I ran that by some of my other comic book friends in our community, and they're like, "Dude, are you on cocaine? Like what?" Like, no, look at this. And they're like, "How does this exist?" And no one's heard of it. Well, some people have heard of it, obviously, in the chat, but like,
and the ones that have heard of it avoided it.
Yeah. I'm noticing. Like Jackson's like, no.
Next time I see Joe Stanton, I should get him to sign this issue.
Totally.
Oh, you not only get him to sign the issue, you get another one signed for a giveaway.
With an explanation like, Joe Stanton,
what were you
tell me about this?
Yeah.
Where did this come from? How did this character, like, someone created this character and DC said, genius, go with it, put it in.
Or someone at corporate offices was like, you know what? My kid has a drug problem and the whole world is all scary with AIDS and drugs. We should do something about that. And so it trickled down. And so the artists and the writers are like, you're going to tell us what to do? Okay.
It'll probably be the only one in the census at all, whether it's signed or not.
Wonder if I could find one CG Seed. That would be great.
That would be a rare Pokemon card for sure.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay, so we have.
So Shabab goes next. She gets to follow that up chronologically.
Oh, God.
Tony, tell us about the book you picked for her to review.
Which one is she doing? I don't know which one.
She's doing The Outsiders.
The Outsiders.
The number 50 Outsiders.
Batman's on the cover.
Oh yeah. Bed Bug.
No, that's mine.
Oh, the other one. Okay.
Carface. I believe I have Carface. And Boom, baby.
Yeah. So the reason I chose that one, I looked him up and I was like, okay, they can't be like, what's Carface? And I looked at a picture of him and I was like, oh, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about Carface.
Let's talk about Carface. Because that's, I tell you what, we are definitely scraping the bottom of the barrel here. So let me pop that up here.
Yeah.
It's one of these. This one. There we go.
So I should preface it by saying that I know I came to this knowing very, very little about the Outsiders. I'd heard of them, but barely. So when I say, "Oh, here's a character I don't really know about," you'll forgive me. So the story starts for reals with oh, there she is, right there, kind of the screaming woman. Who is very angry being held back from clocking Batman, I think. And Batman explains the backstory, of which I was totally ignorant, that Lex Luthor helped destroy trust in superheroes. Black Adam murdered an entire country, and the Amazons destroyed Washington, D.C. Thus, the vibe in the country is that super people should be controlled. And Batman says that only criminals now have the freedom to do what the Justice League and the Teen Titans used to do. Therefore, a team of outsiders is being formed, and Batman is the designated, boss man, and he wants Grace, her name is Grace, and I call her Grace the Angry Amazon. He wants her to join. She decides that she's all in, and then Batman sends her to Gotham to infiltrate some bad guys. And then we move to the next scene is a darkened room where a woman who I don't know gets kind of a mysterious text saying, "I don't care what he says. You and I are a team. Meet me at," and then ... And then we move to a warehouse after the ad. There we go. We're at a warehouse where someone named Bolt is trying to convince a big blue guy named Randy to let a group of metahuman types, and there they are right there, into the club where criminals like Catwoman hang out. Matches Malone, Batman fans will know Matches Malone, a character who's been around since the 60s and 70s, convinces Bolt to let the kooky kids in, and maybe they'll turn out to be good criminals, and they should, because they have names like Boom Baby and Carface. So the kooky criminals see Grace the Amazon at the bar yucking it up, and they wonder why she's showing her face around town. Meanwhile, Batman, who is Matches Malone, is in contact with Martian Manhunter, who's floating above the club, and says he senses a mysterious they might show up. Katana, Grace, and Metamorpho all check in and say, well, there's nothing to report, nothing's going on. But just then, the lady who received the strange text message earlier shows up at the club, and there she is wearing lovely yellow boots. Amazon Grace tells Batman that he was wrong about that girl and that she belongs with Grace and the gang. Martian Manhunter then announces the arrival of the Suicide Squad. Now that I've heard of.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. And Bane basically tells the Suicide Squad that he wants those meta kids that came in taken alive. A melee ensues, and as usual with these group kind of stories, witty banter kind of follows along. Batman enters the brawl and takes out a couple of the squad. He tells Catwoman to leave. And meanwhile, Metamorpho turns into acid and blinds one of the bad guys, which is actually kind of cool. There he is, right? Kind of like cocaine. Like if you were to suck up a bunch of cocaine, how about if I put acid in your eyes? So, which seems to do the trick. So then Bane is dragging Grace the Amazon, and someone else out the back when the stranger who arrived by taxi announces her name isn't Plastique. So someone's going to have to tell me what her damn name is, because I don't know who it is. No one knows. Okay.
Yeah, no idea.
Okay, great. The others in front of the club hear a big bang like thunder out back, and we see Bane crawling out of a hole. They escape, and Batman tells John Jones that they got Bolt, the criminals that they got, meaning the Suicide Squad, they got Bolt, the Tweedledee, Tweedledum, a villain named Crazy Quilt, but the 4 Meta Kids are safe, and Amazon Grace tells them to stay out of jail and stay away from bad guys. Batman says the rumors are true. It'll get worse before it gets better. We get a final panel of Catwoman saying she wants to join Batman's crew of super crooks, and thus begins the era of Batman and his outsiders. So for me, I think the fun part was like, wait a minute, I want to know more about Boom Baby and Carface. Like,
Carface.
What is your superpower? Do you cause people to have flat tires? Do they
park on you?
Weakness?
Do you
his
overheat?
Weakness is he has to get an oil change every 3,000 miles.
3,000 miles.
Yeah.
And are you a Carface because you got hit in the face with a car?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't
Things
know.
we wonder.
Things you wonder, but and I ended up looking up Carface, and I think he only showed up one more time in the comics, but I don't know. I kind of miss him. She's trying to get a date with Carface.
Yeah. So we're definitely seeing some of the more interesting side of DC supervillains.
Don't you think sometimes the writers have just given up? It's like,
yeah, Carface.
I
think they're like filler issue. Filler.
Right. Yeah.
So Carface, Clayface, and Two-Face need a miniseries together.
Yeah. You could call it the 3 faces or the 6 faces of evil.
Oh, I was trying to work something in there and you beat me to it. Even better.
Yeah. The evil Mount Rushmore.
6 faces of evil. Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Great. Good one.
So, SK, talk about the book you picked out for me to review tonight.
Yeah, so this story features a villain that I had never heard of called Bed Bug.
Yes, I try to avoid bed bugs at all costs.
As one does. But his superpowers, he can kind of like, I don't know if he controls bed bugs, but they're not just like any old bed bugs. Like, that'd be a really annoying power. Like, you just command bed bugs and they do your bidding. Because it's not like they're going to rob a bank or something or bring down a monster like Giganta or Starro. But
they're just going to drive, your adversaries insane.
Yeah, and they won't be able to sleep at night. They're going to get really tired because they're going to be paranoid about bed bugs. But anyway, these bed bugs, from what I could tell, are mind controlling. Like, when they bite you, like you're under his control. Yeah. Which I guess that's an interesting way to do it, but that's the gist of it.
Okay. So on the first page, we kick off with Harley Quinn. And she already is in the process of being mind controlled currently. And this voice reaffirms to her, "You've done well, Harleen, my sweet angel. You followed my suggestions to the letter. I couldn't be happier. You just have one small thing left to do, a quick errand down the street. And remember, if any of this seems strange, just keep telling yourself, it's only a dream. It's only a dream." And she walks out. She's back at the Batmobile. It's only a dream. You can tell that she's not in her conscious mind. Selina is there in the process of working out as Harley arrives. She sees Harley and she goes to greet her. I'm sorry, this isn't the Batcave, I don't think. And anyway, she goes to greet her and Harley completely walks by her. And she's like, "What are you doing?" And she's getting out this big bazooka and she's like, "It's only a dream. It's only a dream." And she's like, "This crazy bitch, I don't know what she's doing. What the hell?" And then she realizes she's about to fire this when all of a sudden Batman swoops down and pushes her out of the way. And Catwoman's like, "Harley, what's wrong with you?" And Batman's like, "She's out." And she says, "I don't know what came over her, Dick. One minute she was asleep in her room." And he says, "Selina." And then she's like, and the next she was straggling around just like a zombie. He's like, "Selina, it's me." So it's not Dick Grayson who she thought it was. It's Bruce Wayne. And there's that passionate kiss while Harley is just starting to regain consciousness a little bit. And he kind of thumps her out a little bit so he can enjoy the kiss. So there, that man scratching his hands with all the with all the bed bugs is Bedbug. And he sensed that he no longer has control of Harley, that she's gone into a place that they can't follow. Then we get our first image of him with all those bed bugs crawling, and it's quite something. And he looks over at his computer screen looking for another victim to infect. So Batman is telling Selina, every night there's more of these people that are essentially sleepwalking. The victims are controlled through signals transmitted through the bugs. The sleepwalkers steal, then drop the loot off in a secret place, wake up with no idea what they've done or how they've gotten there. So Selina wants to know who's controlling them, and he says, we're working on it. Seems to be someone new, and who are using animals as a parasite carrier. And then Selina's like, well, she must have caught them from her hyenas, Harley's hyenas. And he's kind of like, oh, hyenas again. The more things change. And he's like, Selina's like, right, it's like you never left, except you did leave. So, and then she starts to wonder, how long have you actually been back? I mean, he says, I've been back a few days. I'm sorry for the deception. It just needed to be done. And she says, oh, so despite the fact that you said to me in the hospital after my heart was torn out, you figured you could just get around to me whenever you wanted. And he said, I heard about your new living arrangement, and I didn't think dropping by while you were rooming with Harley would be safe for either one of us. She says, oh, that's a good explanation. I almost buy it. And she says, if you're looking for excuses to push me away again, Bruce, you're going to have to do better than that. And he says, hey, Selina, my return has put everyone around me in turmoil. I wanted you to spare that. And she says, I'm a big girl. There's nothing you can throw at me that I can't handle. And he says, well, Hush is gone. And she's like, he's escaped. And he's like, Alfred was sideswiped while driving Elliot back to Wayne Tower. When it came to, Elliot had vanished, leaving behind a few drops of blood, but there's no other clues. Even Zatanna can't get a fix on Tommy without some idea of where he might have been taken. So he says, I'm certain his attackers were after me, though the reason isn't clear. There's been no ransom for Bruce Wayne. So Hush essentially is, people think he's Bruce Wayne at this point. So obviously we know that it's not, because the real Bruce is there with Selina. And she says, well, I understand how problematic that is for you until this other Bruce can be found. And she embraces him, and they part ways. So we go back to a flashback. Good evening, Bruce Wayne. My name is Judson Pierce. And it essentially is a flashback to the earlier times in Gotham, like probably around the time that Thomas Wayne and his family would have been alive. And these are memories over his parents' arguments over Judson Pierce, who ruined them. So Pierce believes that he has Bruce Wayne in this cell. And he goes on to tell Bruce Wayne how he had bankrupted his maternal grandfather, and then kind of came into conflict with his mother over the Tompkins Clinic. And they were going to have Martha Kane and Leslie Tompkins killed on that day, but Thomas Wayne happened to visit and ended up apologizing to Martha for throwing up on one of her shoes. And then he and Alfred ended up fighting the crime. So that's an interesting, you can go ahead a few more pages. That's an interesting kind of throwback to a different type of different memory of the Waynes that we probably didn't know. So keep going another page or so. Yep, keep going. Okay. So now we go back into present day, and they're in the cell. And, you know, he believes he's about ready to kill Bruce Wayne. And go down a little bit. And keep going. There you go. And he says, well, we got a little bit of a problem. And this supposed Bruce Wayne has escaped his cuffs. And he starts fighting the attacker. So we get this full page here of a nice little battle action. They think they're fighting Bruce Wayne. They're not. On the next page, Bruce actually gets, or this fake Bruce, which is really Hush, gets control of the gun and fires it and starts taking out the gang, Judson Pierce, and some strangulation, as you see going on there. And he's like, and just like that, we're all friends again. And the guy that are left are ready to kind of surrender. And he says, Mr. Wayne, and he interrupts him. He says, you pathetic old skell, look at me. He says, look at me right here. You see these scars and the stitch marks on my face? You think Bruce Wayne would have this on his face? Why didn't you look close enough? You're an idiot. Gotham's favorite son would never have a patchwork face. And he's like, well, if you're not Bruce Wayne, who are you? And he says, I'm your salvation, Judson Pierce. I'm the one man who hates the Wayne legacy more than you, and together we're going to destroy it. And that's how that issue wraps up.
Crazy.
Yes. So Bed Bugs, kind of gross.
Yeah.
Okay,
so out of my question for the two of you is, out of the three villains, which one would you want to fight if you had to fight them?
Carface?
I think Carface. Yeah,
I would say Carface too, but his body's made out of metal, so if he punches you, you're pretty much dead. I don't want to fight bed bugs because, bed bugs.
I've experienced bed bugs before, and it just drove me insane.
I don't like ticks, so there's no way I'd be okay with bed bugs.
Yeah.
And then Snowflame, he'll punch me into the stratosphere with his cocaine muscles.
I was looking up on the eBay how much you have to pay to get the first appearance of Snowflame, and it'll cost you $20 to $30. I mean, people know about this misguided comic book.
but you can go all the way up to really overpaying and get one for $520. That's a 9.8.
Oh, that's
is there
insane.
one up there that's a 9.8?
A 9.8.
Wow.
There also are some signed ones up there too.
Oh, jeez.
For several $100s.
People like Snowflake. Who knows? Maybe we'll see him in the DCU.
Do we have to?
Mm-hmm. So how did you become aware of these other two books that we reviewed? We'll start with the Bed Bugs. Like, was it just looking up obscure characters?
It was looking through obscure villains, and when you click on the name, it gives you the first appearance book. So I was like, okay, we'll just do it that way. But I'm not that knowledgeable. I'm not Metarog, who probably knows everything there is to know about these characters. So,
seriously.
But it was a wild ride.
Any thoughts about any of the books that we reviewed tonight?
Lots of thoughts, but that's probably a whole other episode.
The book that I read, I have to say, I actually really like just to be kind of tepid about, I really like the artwork in it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that I loved the story, because I have problems with stories that have, teams of villains or superheroes. I just don't like them, because it descends into wisecracking, because you have to give everybody something to say.
Yeah.
So I've never been a huge fan of stuff like that, but I love the art in that, and it's actually kind of a nice origin story of. I actually wanted more of like, well, what's Carface's real origin story? Like, what happened to him? Who are you? What car did you get hit by? Who was driving it?
He got junked. He just couldn't hold anymore, and
right.
He couldn't. I don't know about where you guys live, but did they have state vehicle inspection?
Yes.
Maybe he couldn't he couldn't pass emissions, so at that point, you can't drive it. It's got to get scrapped.
Does riding in a car trigger you?
Gives a whole new meaning to the term. You want to go for a ride, baby?
Yep.
Was it, was the junkyard like on a toxic waste dump or something, and that's what turned him into?
Where does he? I wonder where he hangs out. Is it the garage?
He looks longingly at new car dealerships.
Yeah, right.
Oh, sweet.
Does he not shower, instead goes to the car wash?
Car wash.
You should see the list of obscure villains I could have chosen from.
Oh man,
there were some doozies, but these groups, these ones that I picked, they were just like Bedbug, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone just that you hear the name and you're just like,
you're itchy already,
yeah, right. And Carface, because it was just Carface, and I was like, that sounds hilarious.
That is, I wish more had been done with Carface in the story.
I said, bring him back. Bring him back. Maybe him and Bedbug could do some sort of crossover. They could do a team up.
Nice, Jackson. Got wheels, baby. Wow. Okay.
Well, we'll segue
Thank
into...
you, Tony. I don't know how I've made it through without knowing that there's a Snowflame around there and Extrano, the gay Peruvian magician who got AIDS from Hemogoblin.
God. Still better than Section 8.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was definitely a wild ride doing my homework on Snowflame. It felt like I was just like in a daze, like, this is real?
Is this real life?
This is published? Like, who? Yeah. Someone at DC said, I love this. Stamp of approval right away. Get it out to the kids immediately.
Yep.
Lord.
Well, we'll segue into our book show and our book show portion. I'll go first because I'm going to show in my book show some obscure Wonder Woman villains that I pulled. She has many, but I pulled 3 of them. But first, I'll tell you about what's on my channel and what's coming up on my channel. I have a back issue of the week YouTube short that celebrated Halloween, and it was my back issue of the week, episode 200. So I haven't missed a week for 200 consecutive weeks.
That's insane.
So I know I need to really get a life.
Yeah.
So,
Don't you ever go on vacation?
Exactly. And this one was Dracula versus Thor. So that's the current back issue of the week. My current comic book editions video that's on my channel, that is a double remark unboxing. So that was a lot of fun. And then I'm showing some autographs as well. I even delved in at the end and showed some autographs that are kind of outside the world of comic books, like more pop culture. I finally completed a photo that was signed by all 3 of the original Charlie's Angels.
Wow.
I got Farrah Fawcett, Jacqueline Smith, and the one I was missing was Kate Jackson. I had that signed by all 3 of them now. So I showed that in the video and some other fun autograph things. So that's currently on my channel. What's coming up on my channel, back issue of the week tomorrow, will be DC. Since we had the time change this morning, I figured we need to do a back issue of the week about Kronos, the Time Master. So that's what the back issue of the week is for tomorrow.
Nice.
Tuesday's comic book editions is an AOK unboxing from Signature King. And Tony, I can't wait for you to see what you sent me.
I am in a lot of anticipation. I'm curious to what I sent.
So that's coming on Tuesday. So that's what's on the channel and what's coming up on the channel. As for a book show, I picked 3. Wonder Woman has some very obscure villains. I mean, there's some odd ones too, but even someone like Egg Fu, who's an egg, he's been in too many books, to be, he's not as obscure as I would like. So, and the fact, Tom King pulled Mouse Man out of Silver Age obscurity, so he's too well in the spotlight to be obscure anymore. But who is still obscure, and I'd like you guys to tell me out of these 3, which one you like the best. Number 1, Paperman.
Oh.
Look at that. They actually used this image as the record sleeve for a 45 record with the Wonder Woman TV show theme song on it. I don't know why they chose this image, but they did choose this image. So if Paperman isn't your thing, I also have the Crimson Centipede. And then for your final consideration, and not to make you biased or anything, my personal favorite, Inversion, the Inside Out Man.
Oh, gross. Oh, ew. Ew.
So who are you guys voting for? Inversion, Crimson Centipede, or Paperman?
I'm going to have to say Paperman.
Okay.
I kind of like Paperman too, just because the cover is like so quintessentially ridiculous Wonder Woman of the era.
Yeah.
I'll just lure him outside on a rainy day. It's over.
Oh, yeah.
Wrap a fish in him.
Yeah, mop up that mess. Okay, so it's Paperman for you guys, but for me, it's Inversion, the Inside Out Man. Love him. All right. How about Mr. Tony? You go next for book show.
Okay, yeah. Coming up on the channel. Oh gosh. So if you follow me on Instagram, we were able to move the giant file cabinet, which was a huge task. That was like the biggest one I was worried about. We got that moved down here. I'm filling the comics back in the file cabinet. I'm almost done with that. So our big room tour video is it's getting close. I can feel it very close.
Awesome.
I added some more cool stuff here, but we'll save for later. You can't see it, but it's exciting. So I spent this weekend putting all that up, and even the curtains. I decided to just go with curtains instead of doors, mostly because I don't know anything about construction, and curtains just seem a lot easier and cheaper. So we did that. So that's coming. But as for a book show, I got a couple. So I was able to score one last DC KO blind bag, and this was the one that I pulled.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nubovich variant. Nubovich, I think that's how you say his name. Got that one.
We were talking while you were gone. That's getting a second printing.
Oh, very cool. Speaking of villains and teams, Suicide Squad always gets a weird group of individuals. So while at Comic-Con, I got my Suicide Squad Blaze signed, #1 by Aaron Campbell.
Nice.
And last but not least, a villain that isn't so obscure. I was A-okayed this book from a friend, and it's signed by Andy Corinne. Here's a business card, so go check him out. And he sent me this book, and it's really weird because it has like that protective white cover, and it is Shredder #1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from the Ninja Turtles. So it's going great with the Ninja Turtles collection that I'm slowly starting to amass.
Yeah.
But, I like it. I like it a lot. So again, that's Andy Corinne on the cover.
Nice. Very cool. Well, Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe, you and I were on a show together just a few nights ago, too.
Yes, we did. I was a guest on the 1011 with Gary, and Magic Lasso graciously agreed to co-host, which I'm always appreciative of when he's there. I just feel better when Ryan's around. I don't know why.
Everybody does.
It's just very calming. It was super dickery covers, like Superman being a dick. And so Gary had asked me to go through my collection and find examples of covers where Superman is a dick.
And you didn't have any problem finding that.
None whatsoever. So it's a fun show if you want to go over to Gary B's channel and check that out. And because on my channel, I don't have any videos coming up, I don't think. I've been doing shorts of basically kind of the covers I pulled for that. So you can see those on my short feed. 2 books to show you. This is not DC, but it's what's new in my collection. So this is from is it IDW? Anyway, it's a Star Trek Voyager series, a mini series. It's going to be 5 issues. This is issue #2, and this is a variant cover. I loved the Star Trek Voyager show, 20, 30 years ago when it was on. And this is a continuation of that. Like what happens literally the moment that they get home. And since we're talking about villains, I will just say, if anyone who watched the show, if I say Species 8472, that may mean something to you. And I love this variant cover because it's the character of Tuvok, and again, what happened to him in the show. It's great. It's a lovely cover, and I have yet to read issue #2, but on my list. And then just in a really strange mood, I had done a video a while back about my romance comic book collection. I had been whittling it down and showing the stuff that I am keeping and why I'm keeping it. Well, I found on the eBay a really decent price for a slabbed copy of the book a book I wanted for my women's lib collection. So this is a Marvel book. So I'm completely going screwy on no DC tonight for me. But this is Our Love #18, dedicated to the fearless, fabulous females of Women's Lib. And it's a nice, very presentable 7.5. But it really speaks to the part of my collection, and I do have another one from DC, that highlights how the comic book companies dealt with Women's Lib in the 1970s, and not very well. So, but they're fun reads, they're crazy reads, they're, not terribly upsetting, but not great. So, but anyway, it's a part of my collection I really like. So, again, if a cheapo version came along, it's like, I'll take it. So there it is. So
nice.
Yeah, our love story.
Of course, original fanboy and creator of the show, Tim the Comic Collector, right now is clutching his heart because he is strictly DC, and he's going. My show.
I know.
Ruined it. My beautiful show.
My beautiful show.
Sorry, Tim.
He left it in our hands. So
sorry.
In our defense, we were left unsupervised. So.
Right.
Yes, that's right. Absolutely. You are right. So that's fun. I've left the links for all of these channels in the description for this video. Please sub up everyone that's in the chat as well. And you can share your own book show with us at home on Instagram. Just use the hashtag Fanboys Live and the Retro Review, because we would like to see some obscure villains maybe that are in your comic book collection that are DC Comics oriented. So make sure to share and to tag us. So that would be awesome. Anything else you guys want to mention before we wrap up? Oh, there is something I want to say. Congratulations to everyone that were winners in the CBCA Awards this weekend. So Biggie Shack, salute to Biggie Shack. He was in the chat with us earlier when we were reviewing. He was a winner. Another good friend of ours, Cliff, he was a winner this year. TM Nerdy, Travis, he was a winner. So congratulations to all of those folks, but everyone that won. And this is the official kickoff next year, where we want to get silver-haired Bronze Age Babe to win Best Mustache on the CBCA Awards. So this is the official campaign for 2026 is starting tonight.
Listen.
All of us. We're going to bring in the triple hat.
Vote for us. Put us in any category you want. We want an award.
Yes. We want we want to be award winning instead of award wishing.
Award envious.
Yeah.
Just so award envious.
Take this to the YouTube Supreme Court if we have to.
I will do it. I will.
Not only will I take it to the Supremes, I will take it to Diana Ross. I'm not scared to.
We did have
Ain't no mountain high enough.
Brian, who's isn't he the guy who runs it? And
yeah.
at one point he was in the chat with Fanboys a couple months back, and I was like, I want to win an award. And someone, I think it was Jackson, who said, well, once they have an award for destroying a comic book,
you are shooing
right to the top.
Yeah.
So I think maybe I should send Brian notes like, just remember, you said you could add this kind of category for me.
Doesn't hurt to remind them. Just saying.
Don't make me get my X-Acto knife out.
Yeah. But the entire reason, in all seriousness, the entire reason that there is an award show is because of all of the great work that's done in the community to share knowledge, to share fun, to share this passion and this hobby with other people. So everyone who got nominated, and regardless if you were a nominee or a finalist or a winner, and hey, all of us were nominated because Fanboys got nominated. So I mean, we weren't finalists, but we did get nominated. I mean, all of that counts too. And if you didn't get nominated, you're still important as well. This comic book community is awesome, and it's just a way to recognize some folks. But I think everyone does a great job.
Absolutely. Lots of good people having just good, clean fun with comic books, except for the cocaine.
Yes. The good news is it's not Tony's turn to pick for a while.
We had a blast tonight.
We did. Anything you guys want to mention before we wrap up?
I'm scared too. Yeah, I think it's good. Oh, thank you, chat. Always lovely to see all of you.
Yeah, this has been the greatest DC comic show on YouTube. Don't do drugs. We'll see you next week for the next Fanboys Live and the Retro Review. Until then, take care and be well. Bye.